Now, if you're just a youngin', it's probably going to be rough to jump into this one. I mean, look at those graphics. This is a PlayStation classic released in 1999. I know, right? That's like 15 years ago. Today it's still available through places like the PlayStation Network, so if you haven't played this spooky classic, it's definitely worth a shot. Sure, the graphics and the voice acting don't hold up so well by today's standards, but don't let that turn you off. This game is one of the scariest and most atmospheric games to date. It's brought a whole new spin to horror games back in the day, and if you're one of us who played Silent Hill in its prime, then no doubt it scared the pants off you. This is a kind of weird one that'll probably only be on my top 5 list, and to be completely honest with you, I haven't played it since I rented it back in 2005 when it was released. Again, we are talking pure atmosphere. After getting through the weird investigation style opening, you're thrown into one of the most dark and creepy towns I've ever witnessed in a video game. I never actually finished Call of Cthulhu, but I watched it be played all the way through here on YouTube. I don't know though, I couldn't handle it. Something about these weird guys' faces and the chase scenes when they wake you up to slaughter you in the middle of the night. I can't do it, guys. But if you're keen, this one's available on Steam right now. I highly suggest it if you're into something a little different, or if you're just huge into the idea of Cthulhu. That guy is awesome. Another first-person action horror game, which seems to be a running theme in this list. It's just something about playing the actual characters in their view that makes a game so much more creepy than a third-person game. That's why it's amazing that Silent Hill made it onto this list, to be honest. This one was released around the same time as previously mentioned Call of Cthulhu, and I probably played it around the same time as well. I used to go to the video store with my dad and we'd rent random PC games back when that existed, and this was one of the babies that I rented. Something with that sentence. You know what? I'm keeping that in there. This is one of the babies that I rented. There you go. Quote that one out of context if you wish. In Condemned, you play as an SCU investigator. You're investigating all these brutal murders until eventually you run into the serial killer. He sets you up and makes all your colleagues believe that you're the killer, that you're this psycho that you've been after all along. It's then your job to clear your name, which of course means you have to catch the actual serial killer, and he has this great plan of going to some of the most horrific locations in the world. Things like shopping malls full of mannequins that move around the place and place themselves behind you all of a sudden, all the way to abandoned schools where more bad things happen. It's an utter mess, and it still lives up really well today, so definitely go check out Condemned: Criminal Origins. Alright, so there's some pretty cheap jump scares in Outlast, but it's not what it relies on to get you all spooked. I mean, I guess it's not too hard to be freaked out in an old abandoned psychiatric hospital as it is, but the fact that there's a bunch of homicidal patients running around in it as well, yep, all aboard that Nope train heading through Nopeville. Nopeville? I mean, a place called Nopeville has to exist, right? I don't really want to spoil any kind of story elements in this list because this is more of a suggestion list, so if you haven't played any of these games, you should go play them before you get spoiled by some idiot in a video. Wait, but seriously, if you've got a strong stomach and you want a really good scare, turn out the lights and play some Outlast. And let's see how long you outlast. Alright, move. Indeimaus, really? Amnesia? PewDiePie played Amnesia 7 years ago, and it's not scary anymore. Okay, I get it, alright? Amnesia's probably so predictable at this point. I mean, the biggest dude on YouTube played this game for one of his first Let's Plays, but I gotta say, frictional games are the kings of horror titles. If you don't agree with Amnesia, maybe you can replace this with Penumbra, their earlier release, but they do what they do so well that everything they create is guaranteed to have you checking behind your curtains. I'd do that, by the way. I saw something move through your webcam, which is placed on top of your monitor. Okay, that had to get someone, right? The original Amnesia will remain as one of the horror greats, even with all its dumb memes using its enemies today. Back before everyone knew everything about it, it terrified everyone who played it, and I still know people who refuse to play it to this date. Yeah, that's right. You know who you are. I'm really looking forward to their up-and-coming game Soma, which takes us underwater and makes our lives a living hell all over again. Oh boy. Thanks for liking and commenting on this video. Let me know what I missed and what's the scariest game you guys have ever played. Remember to check out my Twitter for updates and all my nonsense that I post, as well as checking out my Patreon to support my content. I'm also looking for a new name for this series, so if you have any good suggestions for a name for my top 10 lists, my top 5 lists, and my general edited gaming episodes, comment them below, and if you win, I'll draw your picture, buy your game, do something. I'll do something for you. Oh god, now this is sounding weird. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.